Recording has started. I'll just go full
What?
screen.
Can you not see that I am fucking
He's
not ready?
holding his sausage here, all right? Leave him finish his meal. Jesus.
Fucking
We're
deer
only
in the
getting
headlights.
done.
So this looks like
Kyle-
a face that's ready to be recorded.
No,
Well, how many
No.
sausages have you got
and it
left?
never does. So, he's got a whole jar of them.
You're eating straight from the jar, you sick fuck.
No,
How
I
many
microwaved them.
Alright, how many have you got left?
Who?
Okay, hurry the fuck up.
I didn't think you said two. I thought you went.
I'm not getting fucking chastised here by the two fat fucks because I
Yay.
decided to put on a couple of pounds, okay? I'm just
mean,
trying
to be
to
fair, you
enjoy
should.
myself.
Look, when you join, there's gonna be lads skinnier than you. There's already a few of them there.
The chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
I knew as soon as I fucking heard just this first word, I knew exactly what you were doing.
It's a hot dog water by Limp Bizkit.
Their best album and related to wrestling, but not that song.
I suppose you think you're special. You do.
You can see it in your eyes. The way
I
you
can see it when you laugh at me.
look down on me.
Oh,
I
well.
can't remember the rest of the fucking
Oh yeah, chocolate starfish, Limp Biscuit. That's all.
Oh Christ! Just wait for him to come in. I'm leaving all of this. I'm leaving all of this in, by the way.
So
I have no problem. My love and affinity for Limp Bizkit will always be welcome on this podcast.
I'm leaving all of this in, by the way.
Even their new album, you bastards, if this sees the light of day ever, their new album's fucking slaps, dog. All right, fantastic.
actually a song.
Well, if they do, then I won't like them anymore because that's fair bad, innit? It's like the millions of people across the world deciding to hate Conor McGregor only now after he was convicted of being a rapist, even though he's been a cunt for many a year.
Yeah, one of my religion teacher, second religion teacher, I should say, she grew up in the same estate as him, still friends with his sister. He has been a wanker his entire life.
We cannot change the past, but we can start.
I mean, not surprising.
I mean, look, he was the most openly racist man on the planet fucking when he fought Mayweather, and now everyone's kind of like, okay. Well,
Remember he got a song out of that?
What?
Remember that song that went viral about him fighting Mayweather?
Oh, yeah.
Pick up your dad with the swag on the floor. I'ma go back when I walk in the door.
New Limp Bizkit slaps. All right.
Really glad I'm not monetized because this would be.
Oh, cool.
That's fucking gorgeous. Where did you get that? I want one now.
It's Brenda's.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Right,
a woman of taste, clearly.
All right, Seán.
One of her friends. No, wait, give me a moment, Karen. I promise, I'm nearly there. I'm in like the last, I'd say, minute. I just need to grab me pint glass and run up to the room. You think
I'll play out.
Now everybody knows with the franchise.
I don't think he knows that I'm recording yet.
Don't get back on the block with the rip. Sag in the back with the drip. Come and get a sip. Can't live with them. Can't live without them. Don't get back on the block with a rip. Sag in the back with the drip. Come and get a sip.
See, new biscuit. New biscuit's fantastic.
Dude, I don't know. I know someone reacted to the thing that I sent, but
oh yeah, the fat dude, yeah.
Just his name is Dave Blunts. This is far from the most out of pocket thing he said.
It's your boy Dave Blunts.
I want you to search up after this Dave Blunt's crying in the kitchen.
Oh no, not Dave. Dave.
Kerwin really just preys on people's downfalls, doesn't he?
Oh, I do.
Oh shit! Where are more rings? Ah, bollocks! I'm not looking for
Leaving
him.
all
I
of
have
the
time.
sin.
He's fucking around.
I'm leaving
I've got time.
all of the sin.
Oh lad.
Kerwin, has it ever crossed your mind once to be like supportive?
I support you guys. Support my
What?
friends. I just like watching. I just like watching. I just like watching silly or otherwise like nasty people get what's coming to them. I'm a big
Who's
fan
getting
of
what's coming to him?
Just explain my general thing. I love the concept of karma. What goes around comes around.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. That son of a bitch, Big E, got exactly what he deserved last night.
Fuck's sake!
Actually, he get off lightly. I'll be honest. The cunt.
Oh god, I have stuff to mention.
What a great segment. It was great. I was a big fan. Especially when they gave out to him for breaking his neck. Because it's really relatable, you know? When your friend breaks your neck and then isn't around you for a while, so you give out to them when they come back.
His entire life changes.
That's so real, bro.
Yeah, I love that he chose literally that same night or the night before to drop his Players Tribune article, which is genuinely just heartbreaking stuff. Talks
It's
about
Eddie
how
Kingston vibes from what I've heard.
his religious dad's upbringing. How the
Oh
only
yeah,
thing
his
that
dad was a
really-
preacher, right?
Yeah, his dad was a preacher from Jamaica, I think. No, not from Jamaica, but they're both from those islands. I know his ma's from the same place. She's from Montserrat.
What up, dude?
Oh, I gotta look this up before I say something racist.
I've
that's
such
Sean's
a gorgeous
job.
little viewy,
Yeah.
lads. You look so well on me new mon. You're looking in great condition. Even
Thank you.
Maroney.
Oh, the fuck you!
We try our best.
Now.
Now, to get your points ready.
Hey,
Mega
it's
points.
20-1. It's 20-1, kid.
Yeah. Okay.
What are
Let's
you
get
doing?
this. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, we can
Alright.
start. We can start.
Wait till he's in frame. Jesus Christ.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Oh,
Check
he's
it out.
got more food. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Best Served Raw, the Raw review show on the Wrestless podcast. I am your host, David Kerwin, joined by my lovely co-host, Jeff.
Hello.
And finally, our returning co-host, Seán Maroney. He is now fulfilling one of his contractually obligated dates.
He's got back with a bang, and he is all out of days he can come off. So he's got to wait a couple of weeks till he can piss off again.
Yay.
what can-
So, boys, how we feeling today? It is currently
It's good to
fucking-
be back. And just to remind everyone, you're champion.
Yes.
For some reason, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's more so because we couldn't get him on the show to take it off him.
There
But
we go.
you know, he's still got it. Like
Yeah.
Brock in New Japan with that belt.
It's
I'm going
8
to get a
months.
fucking little
It took
bit of like
8
masking
months.
tape, just
Yeah.
say people's champion.
That's gorgeous. You know, you should spray an X over it. That's what you should do. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
No, I'm sick of spray painted
We'll
title.
talk about him later on. I don't know about you lads, but it's currently frosted over where I am.
It's crispy this morning. Yeah, it is lovely though.
It
It's
won't
great.
snow
I've got the heat
because
on.
it'll freeze and there'll be ice everywhere, but it'll never fucking snow in this country. Yeah.
And if it ever snows, the country will shut down for at least a week. So
Yeah. Beast from the
fucking
East.
fantastic.
We're a very understated people.
Well, it is our tongue.
Yeah. Before we go into the show, I have two things I would like to talk about. The first, we didn't mention it
God.
publicly, but I know I talked to you about it, Jeff, about our
Mhm.
boy Kota Ibushi. There was
Oh,
a
yes.
fracas over the weekend because he wrestled a match in Japan. Cannot remember who for the life of me. And there a photo come out of something on his back. Now, a lot of people jumped to the conclusion, and so did I, because he said some bizarre things in the past that this looked like a staph infection, which, generally when you're wrestling, a contact sport, you don't want to give people a life-threatening infection that goes
Give him a Z-Pack. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Just give him a Z-Pack. Send him out there.
Just shit my
It's
britches
all
on those
good,
socks,
brother.
Please retweet. But it turns out that this photo was doctored. It was actually a plaster, a Band-Aid, if you're American. But yeah,
Sorry,
which still not great that he's wrestling which is probably an
Poor thing.
overcut, but like, crisis averted.
Happy days. Well done. Sir.
Yeah, and keeping on the Twitter train in relation to the segment at the end with the New Day, one of the specific people they mentioned that was not in the ring itself was Mia Yim's sister, who is currently dating Big E. And she let out a fucking banger tweet about this. Let me pull it up real quick. Because had me in stitches. 1 second. Mute all that. Mute all that, you bastards.
Hey.
I said a hip hop, a hippie, and a hip hoppy, and don't stop the bubby and the bam boogie.
Alright, Karen, I don't know if you've seen this. If you don't hurry up, I'm getting my cock out.
Go on, do it.
Sake.
Get it out.
Don't do
Get
that.
it out now. Put it in frame.
Hold on, I'll find it.
5,
Mute
4,
everything.
3, 2.
Hold on. All the fuck.
1.5. 1.25.
Found
3/4.
it. Found it.
Aha!
Found
Oh,
it.
he's done it. He's done it. Thank
I
God.
found it.
Thank God.
So this is from
Okay, pull up the tweet.
Our account name is Miss Yim2 on Twitter. She's like, talking after, like, she's talking like, oh, when we bought our home, I was lucky. I was looking forward to having these two boys over. I was mentally planning to make 2 different meals to accommodate Kofi's vegan ass and Austin Creed's childish palate. But since y'all want to be ungrateful crybaby ass bitches, y'all can choke.
Oh, Jesus. It's Shades of Rebby Hardy. Mia Yim's sister, or whatever her name is.
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, I really enjoyed the segment. I thought it was really fun.
I was
They
laughing.
Yeah, let's get
But
into it.
But now Big E could call him Self, the New Day Outlaw.
That's very good. So, Monday Night Raw. We were coming to you live from Everett, Washington in the Angels of the Wings arena.
Which
is the strangest name of an arena I've ever heard in my entire life.
Well, at least it isn't something about oil.
That's true. That's true. So,
Yeah.
we kicked off with CM Punk coming out to discuss his future. He comes
No one
out.
can ask me what the fuck I want to talk about.
I thought we
It's
were
a whole
just.
5
All right.
segments to fucking talk
Alright.
about whatever the fuck he wants
Hurry
to
the
talk
fuck
about. I
up.
don't know.
All right,
Yeah.
jump in
Let's
then.
do
We've already started, but step all over it. Sarah, what would you like to talk about?
I just want to put a PSA out there for all the young kids watching
Oh God.
to drink responsibly because you might end up getting arrested.
That's true. It's wise words from a former felon. Good stuff. Good
Okay,
stuff.
now we can move on.
I just like to put out there. It's been really rewarding working with the guards, in employing former felons. Giving them a chance to get some sort of payment and some sort of employment. It's been really good service. So fair play.
It's fine. We don't show up half the time.
Yeah, but sure, you got enough stamps on your card. They're happy enough. So moving on. Wood Bill Phil comes to the ring. Not selling anything. He don't give a shit, but he took no bumps in that match. Punk coming out. Just before he comes out, he meets into Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, and he shakes hands with them or whatever. He does the little yeet. Isn't that lovely? Punk basically recaps the last time he was in post Hell in a Cell. He's like, last time I came out in front of you, I was pretty beat up. I didn't know how much CM Punk had left, but by God, I know how much he has left now. Punk talks about his future. Where's he going? Who knows? He knows. He's going over there, and he points to where the WrestleMania sign isn't. And he was like, can you see it? A lot of people can't see the vision. And I was like, is this cunt blind? What's going on? And then he explained that there may not be a sign hanging there, but that's where I'm going. And I was like, okay, fair enough. So he's basically taking a road. Doesn't matter which road he takes. He's going to get to the Mania main event.
Yeah,
but he's a few favors he can cash in on the way. He does. The only one he'll ever know.
Don't know where he goes.
Fair play to him.
But he walks alone.
Punk then is about to go in to kind of fire up and talk about what exactly he's going to do. As Seff Franklin Rollins comes in, glittered suit, his wife's shoes looking snazzy as all hell, does a little bit of his little whoa-wows on the way in. Fair play to him. When he gets on the mic, it's all serious. Rollins sits in the corner, has a few little chants for him, leaves the crowd get over a bit, and he says, I should have knocked your ass out the night you came back, and I regret that I didn't. Rollins said he didn't do it. Rollins said he didn't do it because he had pity for Punk. He'd just come off Hell in a Cell. He was being battered, pretty bruised, But after seeing him at War Games, Rollins says that it's time to rectify. He said the only thing between us is air and hatred, and I got a feeling that tonight's the night I knock CM Punk out. It's a good line to finish his kind of little chat. Then Punk said, you talk too much and you don't listen enough. Punk says 6 months ago, Rollins was a champ and he had something that interested him. Now, he's got fuck all, basically. He mentions then that basically, there's nothing he wants. What are you going to do about it? Rollins and him then start to brawl a little bit. Then Jey and Sami come out to ruin the fun. Rollins then tells Jey to run back to Roman, and then Zayn's like, you can't talk to my wife like that, how dare you? So Sami Zayn and Rollins get into it on the stick. Rollins apologizes. He says, look, I'm tired, I'm angry, Jey, he's family with Roman, that's fair enough, but what's the crack with Sami? What's your excuse? If you're family with Reigns, you should be family with me. We're closer than you and Reigns have ever been. I've treated you better than he ever had. Zayn then takes it to Rollins and he says he never wanted Punk as his partner. He said the only reason he had Punk as his partner is because he was willing to step up and Rollins wouldn't because he's too damn stubborn. Zayn says Seth created the monster of Roman Reigns when he put a chair in his back, and then Seth claps back and goes, well, I apologize. I my sin, but you did the exact same thing. You put a chair in his back as well, and I don't blame you. I understand where you were there. I understand why you did it, but don't be throwing shots at me when you're in a glass house, essentially. Seth then says that Reigns hasn't changed. He hasn't showed any apologize to Punk, or apologize to any of the boys. Punk hasn't changed either. Rollins calls Sami naive, gullible, and stupid, and Zayn says that they can fight tonight and sort out their issues. So that was the kickoff for Raw, the first about 15-20 minutes. Boys, How do we feel?
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching it with yourself last night, and fucking drunk calling, what Punk was doing, where we were like, oh fucking, he's getting up on a turnbuckle. Oh, he's pointing. Fucking someone should have told him that's next month. Next month. Oh, well, Punk's a bunch of hallucinogenics.
to be fair to Punk, the Rumble is a month later in the new year, so he was trying,
Woo!
He was trying.
Yeah, no, other than that, I thought Punk had a very solid promo up until the last few lines, which were just playground insults. I think it's a bit odd that afterwards, Jey and Sami are still coming out to aid Punk in the rescue for whatever reason. They owe him nothing.
Because they're baby faces, and that's what they do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But as well as that, Sami cut a decent promo for his standard against Rollins. However, watched back the footage, and Jeff, I was right. He started the promo with, I know how you feel. I understand how you're feeling.
But
he's a psychologist. Fair play to him. He's trying to talk him. He's therapizing him,
He's going to do a Freud study in years to come about how he wants to fuck his mother.
Fair play to him. Good stuff. a strong start. David, what were your thoughts on Punk's opening salvo? Kicking off Raw.
It did what it needed to do. Doesn't reveal, the favor, quote unquote, but it sort of builds suspense up to that. It's the first time.
What did it do, Kerwin?
Well, it's building towards the Rumble, even if it's almost 3 months away. But look, it did what it needed to do. It was a serviceable promo. Sammy, to set up a match on the night. It's a good promo. It's all functional. It's nothing extraordinary, but it did what it needed to do.
Fair enough. I thought it was a pretty good segment. Like, as opening segments go, I thought it was fun. I think the kind of shortness of the main event cruxed it a bit. I think if they had a longer, more important, or if they'd even maybe pushed it to Saturday night's main event, have another big kind of build Sammy and Rollins to have a good match there, I think that could have been a nice spot. But yeah,
the main event wasn't really for Sammy or Seth.
Yeah, of course, but like, yeah, we'll get to it. But I still think regardless of who it was for, whatever, you have the main event. You had fucking 6 minutes of a match between two of the best workers you have on the roster after cutting a pretty good promo to set it up at the start of the show. Like, you could have given them at least 10 minutes, at least 10-12 minutes. But yeah.
I will take a moment though to completely berate one of my colleagues here, as Jeff informed me, because I made the call last night where Seth came out and he did a little dance, and I said to Jeff, you just know this is going until Mania. And fucking Jeff informed me of something, Kerwin, an opinion that you have, an opinion that is wrong, that I would like to call you a stupid piece of shit for now. CM Punk is not beating Gunther at fucking WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Champion. I never
said he would beat him. I said that he would face him at WrestleMania and lose. Yeah.
Punk is not facing Gunther at WrestleMania.
Then what the fuck is he doing?
Silly boy. Who, Gunther?
No, Punk. No, what Gunther's gonna
Punk, he's facing Rollins, obviously, you stupid bastard. They're gonna do what they tried to do to fucking Roman last year, and they're gonna book Gunther in like a fatal 4-way, a fucking Rumble. And before you know it, Punk's champion, and fucking Rollins stomps him at fucking Mania and fucking becomes another full-time fucking World Heavyweight Champion until his back blows out.
So, from dissension in the ranks to dissension in the ranks, we went to...
And his name is fucking Luke.
We have rechristened Gunther Luke. We'll get to that when we get there. But we did have the Judgment Day and the Judgment Den. We had basically a recap of Priest's beatdown post-war games, where Priest kind of attacked Finn Balor from behind, but then Finn, JD, and Carly beat the feck out of him. Finn says little Dom couldn't get the job done, but because of him, Priest is now, instead of walking around with the world title on his arm's in it. And he's laughing away. Little goon laughs on him. Finn says that Liv should have listened to him. If she had, maybe she would have beaten Rhea. Maybe she wouldn't have lost to Rhea again. So Finn's taking the piss out of everyone. He's been a little rat bastard, as per usual. Finn then says, when everyone listens to him, the Judgment Day win. And then Liv goes, okay, you know what? Fair enough, Finn. Finn walks off, and Liv goes, Dom, we got to prepare for our tag match. We have our tag match next. You follow Finn, make sure nothing happens. So Tom's like, all right. So he trolls off. And then we get Damage Control versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Standard does.
Again, heavy metal. Woohoo.
This is another match that was a means to an end. Standard, decent tag action here. Io springed into the ring at one point and looked a little bit rough. She was all right out though after. There's no reports of injury or anything. It was just a bit of a botch. There's an insane elbow for a 2 as Liv breaks up the pin. Big boot and a Tejada bomb from to Kyrie for the win. Then Rhea Ripley comes in, kind of runs out. Judgment Day. You have Ripley handling both women well enough as per usual, because
Mommy on
she can't take a loss this one. So shades of Rollins versus Mysterio. Kel said, eye first into the corner of the table. Ooh. So that means, Sean, what does that mean for us? What are we getting, Sean? What are we getting? What's the next pay-per-view we got to get with these two, huh?
Extreme horror show at Extreme Rules.
Yes!
Eye for an eye match.
Yay!
Woo!
It worked
Just
so well the last
classic.
time.
Hey,
It was
I was a
amazing.
fan. I was a big fan of Ray getting his eye scooped out by Seth Rollins.
Fucking
Good
why
stuff.
not? But can I just say something, Ken? We acknowledge the fact that Triple H seems to enjoy booking, the two women on the roster that probably remind him of his ex.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some issues, that boy. Pop H. He's got
just
some
needs
things he's got to
balance.
figure
Maybe
out.
maybe he made the wrong choice in Lover all those years ago. Maybe he did.
Maybe
Apparently,
so.
fucking. According to a source we won't get into, I won't name him. Should I name him? How are you, Martin? Martin insists that fucking Triple H definitely regrets it. Either that or Steffi fucking needs her to suck it.
Well, the
God,
rumors
boy.
about him and Steph being divorced have been going around for years now.
Oh, we're following. Oh, we're keeping going with this. Oh, all right.
No. I'm just saying.
That was a lovely little aside to the
Look,
fucking...
I'm not confirming
Stephanie
or denying
McMahon, you're available.
anything. That's all allegedly. I'm just saying.
We'll flash up Maroney's number down the bottom of the screen.
Look, all I'm saying is, wouldn't be shocked.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't think we need to spend too much time on this. It was. I was gonna say fine. It wasn't even fine. It was just a thing that happened on the show. It was one of the things, builds to, I assume, somehow building to Io versus Liv. Because remember, she does have that world title shot.
But she also got pinned.
Understandably,
by Rhea Ripley.
it'd be understandable if you forgot about it, But
she
does have a world
the
title
person
shot.
she's actually losing the belt to. So there you go.
Yeah. So back to the Judgment Day shenanigans that went through the show. We have Gunther backstage. A trio of scumbags indeed. Sorry, apologies, Luke. Big Luke. A trio of scumbags backstage. Gunther looking like just a fella in a Stone Island jumper. Dom, a forever scumbag. Balor looking like King Skanger himself. Like, oh my god, it's beautiful. I love the scene.
Yeah, but he's not even a Skanger. He's from fucking Bray.
Yeah. He is a Skanger though. Look at him. Look at the state of him. But anyways, Balor says instead of booting him in the face, Gunther should have been shaking it. He's the reason and the difference maker in every match between himself and Damian Priest. He says Gunther owes him a title match. Gunther then refuses and said he never asked for it, and then he needed to win that match and beat Damian Priest for himself, and he did that. Dom keeps putting up a little 2. Like every time Finn says something about 2, he's like. And then Gunther slaps his hand down, and he looks down and he's like,
"2K fucking generic backstage segment."
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 2K cutscene.
It was laggy. The poor dialogue.
A bit.
Get your eyes out.
The Triple H special.
Gunther then says, slaps Dom's hand down and goes, "Well, you're looking so proud of yourself. I think you deserve a little something. You were able to beat Damian Priest, and Finn wasn't, and I have a bit of pull around here as a World Heavyweight Champion. I feel pretty good. I'll go talk to Pierce." So we get Dom gets himself a match with the World Champion. Fair play to him.
We all know, even as soon as that was announced, we all knew exactly what was going to happen. But we'll get into it.
Dom was going to win the belt. But anyways, moving on. Again, like most things, Judgment Day centric at the minute. It was
all
just
about
there.
Faction warfare.
It was a segment that was there, and it's a shame because all of these characters individually, I'm a big fan of. Is just Triple H clearly doesn't know how to book them because he's booked them way too long. They've been breaking up for 3 years, and they've only been together for a year. I don't know how he's done it.
Quarter of the 5th inning.
Yeah, but it was.
I don't know baseball. We play rounders here. It's a real game.
I don't play baseball here. It's rounders, kid. You better get the stabbing now.
Everyone's shooting on the fucking United States right now.
People
football
shoot
is
them. They don't need
football.
another.
I'm right, and I should say it. Okay, let's move on.
Fair enough. Yeah. From one from one championship to another. We have the first round match, a triple threat for the Intercontinental title tournament. Dakota Kai versus Shayna Baszler versus Katana Chance. It's good. It's fine. It was what it was.
Jeff
I think.
forgot who Katana Chance was like about half an hour after the match ended.
Oh, you did. No,
No,
I did.
you
too,
did.
actually. No, I did.
Yes,
I
you did.
I would just
Yeah.
like to point
I
out
did.
I
that,
didn't know her before the match or during the match. It was you who did, and then forgot about her after the match.
It's not my fault that they made her very, very forgettable. Okay, just a brief breakdown of this. This is in terms of the tournament triple threats that they've been doing with women. First of all, it's a different championship. Maybe don't do triple threats. Maybe do something different for this tournament to distinguish it. Second of all, this was the worst one they've done. All of them, because at least in every other triple threat they've had like either a decent winner that you've liked, or they've had like someone who's new to the roster or maybe hasn't been as featured prominently who had a really good showing. They'd neither of them in this. Really unfortunate.
They have in the other two, but I'll get to the brackets when we're finished talking about this one.
Yeah, we'll talk about the brackets and we'll do a little prediction.
I literally said as we were watching the match last night, like Jeff said that exactly. It's like you either have someone who's new and being featured prominently, or you have like a season that's like a favorite to win. And I'm watching this thinking, right, who's taking the pin in the next match?
I mean, yeah, and it turns out it was Dakota Kai. So, in terms,
I like Dakota
just feel like
Kai. I like
her too, but
and I know
it's not my fault.
I also know because she won exactly who's going to win the next fucking qualifier as well. But again, we'll get into that.
Yeah,
no, I love Dakota Kai. I love her ring gear that falls off, and I love the fact that she got injured in this match and got a standing ovation.
Look, Dakota Kai obviously, but has just had a really rough go of it with injuries and her booking. Hopefully that changes, but it didn't change here.
It's wild to see her as a babyface, considering she has spent like the majority of her career in WWE as like a despicable heel.
Yeah, I mean, some nice stuff from Dakota during the match, but again, not on the level that you'd expect from these triple threats, from the build they've had. Kai ends up hitting a detonation kick on Katana for the win.
New Lord confirmed. All women are Kevin Owens. You can't, for whatever fucking reason, do a top rope move off them.
You can't. It's impossible. They're glued up there, but they're absolutely glued, kid.
Which is hilarious, because I look at Katana Chance and I think if you put her in a tables match, they're going to recreate that Lay Cool moment in the first women's fucking tables match that ever happened.
Shout out Lay Cool.
You know the one where like they transport her fucking through the table and it just doesn't break?
Yeah. I am the table.
I'm the table.
All right. So in regards to the other qualifiers for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, it's not been confirmed which one's next week and which one's not, but the next qualifier to find out who will face Dakota in the semifinals will be contested between Zoe Stark, Kaden Carter, and very, very just, coincidentally, Dakota's most famous tag team partner, Raquel Gonzalez.
So Raquel's pinning Kaden Carter.
Yes, she is.
Moving on.
Moving on. Running that back. But,
Zoe Stark's going to hit that weird stunner thing, and people are going to go, ooh, ah, and then Raquel's going to come in.
We also have Alba Fire versus Natalia versus Kairi Sane. Please let Kairi win.
Raquel Gonzalez?
God.
Lives here.
Oh, that one.
Latina China. Yeah.
She used to be called Gonzalez. Now she's called Rodriguez. This is confusing.
Is she in any way related to what's his fucking name?
Ricardo.
No, the fucking the chap who chloroformed Taker at WrestleMania.
Oh, Giant Gonzalez. Yeah, I think that's it's her granddaughter. His granddaughter, yeah.
And but the last qualifier and the one I'm gonna sure you'll be most excited for, because it has both a seasoned vet and two new people that you want to show up. It's Ivy Nile versus Zelina Vega versus our hometown girl, the girl who I will be seeing near the end of this month, Laura Valkyria.
Cook.
That was so abrupt. That was just
He's going to censor me for that one, isn't he?
No.
Nah, leave it in. Leave it in. Just say it enough times. He won't be able to censor you. all
I
the
know
time.
her fiance. Stop fucking saying this shit on air.
Oh, let's keep doing it. Let's pile on. I can't wait for that match.
I love
You better be
LJ.
around for
Don't
that
do
review,
this
bro.
to me.
I'll tweet him.
No, please don't.
You just worded it a specific way. I was like, you know what?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
So, yeah, I think we're all
Oh.
agreed. So we have Dakota Kai versus Rodriguez next round. I assume it's going to be Lyra
and
versus Kyrie.
Yeah, and I imagine, like, I think the finals will be Dakota and Lyra.
I hope
It's
not,
Dakota and
because
Lyra and Dakota and Kyrie. I don't think Dakota's winning the title.
I hope Raquel gets through, because you need a heel. You can't just do face versus face. Well,
Kyrie's a heel.
Kyrie's not a heel. When
He
was
is.
Kyrie a heel? Kyrie hasn't been a heel in.
She's in fucking Damage Control.
Yeah, and Io Shirai and Dakota Kai are all fucking face. All of them are face. Kyrie's not a heel.
No,
Kyrie's going
Jeff.
against Liv and Raquel in the first
Yeah,
match.
you need to learn the ways of Japanese heels versus face women wrestlers. If they've got a lot of eyeshadow, they're a heel. If they
Like
have
Nakamura.
minimal
He is
eyeshadow,
correct.
yeah.
He is actually correct
Okay,
about
so
that, yes.
so eyeshadow, heel, guy liner, face. Got it.
No,
Got it, fantastic.
yeah,
Sparkles,
Joshi heels do wear a lot of, like, dark makeup. Just look at any of the heels in Stardom right now. They all
Yeah,
wear.
Jeff, get fact checked.
All right, but fucking all right. Fuck the both of you. Anyways, moving on. I'm about to fucking go Kofi Kingston and Xavier
not my
Woods on
fault,
both
you're
of
not
you.
close.
Okay, let's continue with this, please.
Okay, so we had the New Day, 10th anniversary. So a gorgeous promo package before, absolutely gorgeous, hyping up all the lovely spots of the New Day. Got me quite emotional. It was very nice. It was like, oh, I remember how much I forget about Big E. He was great, wasn't he? Shame he's like knackered or whatever. But then we have Adam Pearce introduces the New Day, but just Kofi and Xavier for some reason. I was a bit weirded out at this point. I was like, would you not bring them all out together? Like, it's not like Big E's like hiding somewhere. Like, he was on the pre-show at the weekend, you know? Like, everyone knows he's around.
We know exactly where that motherfucker is.
Yeah, there's nice decor though. The ramp and ring lined with memorabilia, everything. Studios to Francesca, old gear and tag titles,
The helmet,
crown, and pictures of important moments in their history. Kofi and Xavier get to the ring and they talk about how much they love the fans and everything they've done to propel them through the past 10 years. But unfortunately, they do have something to announce. But they do want to make sure, like two parents getting divorced, that it's not the crowd's fault. Okay? Woods and Kofi have just been drifting apart, and Woods maybe shagged someone at work. But, you know, it's not the kid's fault, okay? I want to make that very clear. But as they're about to announce the breakup, Big E's music hit, and everyone did not know it was Big E, because I swear to God, no cunt remembers that. If you tell me you knew what team that was, David, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
True lies. That's proper bollocks.
Nobody
knows that.
He won the fucking WWE Championship with.
Yeah.
Not fucking remember.
You didn't remember it last night.
Because I fucking rewatched his cash in yesterday. I rewatched his cash in last night. I remember it.
That's a load of bollocks.
I remember it.
That theme. I remember his like NXT theme over that fucking shit.
I'm a soldier.
Anyways.
Yeah, soldier.
Jeff's just a hater.
Yeah, I'm a hater. All right, and we'll get to why very soon. So Big E comes out, looking really snazzy in his little suit. Doesn't he look delightful? Comes into
Needs a haircut.
He's fine. Leave him grow it out as much as he can. Grow it out if that's even possible.
What you mean, leave him grow it out? You look like fucking what's his name? Fucking the doctor from fucking Back to the Future.
Doc Brown.
The doctor from Back to the Future. Yeah, Doc Brown.
Look, Doc Brown. There you go. That movie. That's all about promoting incest. Okay, fucking. As long as you do it in different. As long as you do it in a different generation, your genetics don't fucking matter. Okay.
But hey, he ripped that solo though. Fucking rip that Solo Kid.
Yeah, you just need Big E to do the fucking reverse Michael Jackson, grow it out, and fucking he'll look like him.
God damn you.
Oh god, so moving on.
One of us. One of us.
Big E wishes he was Big E wishes he was here under different circumstances. Oh god. He says that the barbs they've been throwing at each other has hurt his soul something serious. He goes on to say that Kofi was debating over retirement 10 years ago when they met, and him and Woods were about to be fired. He brings up moments such as the injury that put him out and how Kofi and Xavier were there by his side, making sure he was good. The first time he held Kofi's daughter, having a neck brace around him, and Woods winning King of the Ring. One of these is not like the others. But moving on.
It is a bit hard to think, like, if you deep it really, like, he starts off saying that, like, you know, it hurts his soul because, you know, he doesn't have any feelings anymore since he broke his neck. But as well as that, like, he goes to Kofi and goes, "You're debating retirement. It's a horrible way to call your friend old." And fucking Woods was a second away from getting fired. That's a horrible way of calling him shit. Fucking, like, if you were a supportive friend, you'd come out and be like, guys, do you remember the good old days? Fucking,
yeah, but it reminded him when fucking he broke his neck and shit. Biggie deserved it. So Biggie then goes on to say he's going to remind them who they are. He's going to be there side by side every week as their manager to make sure that they get through it. And then Woods has had enough of this cunt Biggie coming out here thinking he's deadly in his little suit. He's like, all right, you bastard. So Woods says he's abandoned the New Day. He's not been there when they needed him. When they were at their throats and when they were at the edge of the cliff and the only option left was to jump, then he comes back. And Kofi agrees. He said, yeah, you broke your neck. So what? Says Kofi. It's no big deal. It's like, hey, broke your neck.
Yeah,
gives
Daniel
a shit.
Bryan,
Stone Cold broke his neck. Daniel Bryan broke his neck. Edge broke his neck.
I had like a moment to think about this. I was like, they could have like done this logically last night, but they went, "No, you broke your neck."
Yeah, you're a bitch.
They could have been like, "Oh, you got drafted before fucking you broke your neck. You went on and you had a singles run that you won 2 fucking championships during. You were Mr. Money in the Bank. Fucking this, that, and the other." But no, it was. You broke your neck.
You're a fucking pussy.
You were almost paralyzed or nearly killed by some cunt they still employ for some reason.
Well, a bit.
Like, me and Jeff were literally chanting at the fucking screen, like, fucking, look at Madcap, fucking, he just got up and turned it, like, you know?
Shout out to boy Madcap Moss, alright? But this is where I put down, they're being so cunty. I can't even deal with this shit. This is ridiculous. They're being so salty. Wood said they refuse to change or evolve at their deficit for E. Big E says he's been doing everything medically possible. He's been getting scans, he's been getting checkups. And Woods is like, yeah, well, I tore my Achilles tendon off the heel, and I actually had to have surgery. I can't. You, what did you do? Fuck off.
I would just like to point out that they brought up Austin, Bryan, and Edge. Those are very different neck injuries from what happened to his.
Yeah, but like Big E's a pussy because he couldn't come back. Kofi then says he chose his new life, his new projects, his new girlfriend, and his new desk job for the new day. Woods calls E a burden, and Kofi says that the philosophy has always been we or me. But this is where I lose faith in Kofi because he could have said that Big E chose E before we, but he didn't, and he's a little bitch for it. That would have been lovely. But anyways, he says he always chooses himself over the New Day. Wood says E is never going to be medically clear, and he should get the hell out of the ring and get back to his desk where he belongs, and then call him if they need him.
I would just like to point out how he said that you look at Big E's eyes, and he just looks genuinely just devastated.
Yeah, it was a shoot. But anyways, Woods and Kofi then agree that it's only them left. It's only each other. Big E tries to kind of refuse the whole idea of accepting this and fix it with a hug, but Kofi just kind of puts his hand out. It's like, nah, not it.
Yeah, he goes, like, he tries to talk to Xavier.
Not like this. Not like this.
Like, Kof, you too?
What? You too, Cole? What? It's like, get out of the ring, mate. What are you doing? I did put down a fantastically performed segment.
Yeah.
Don't know about the vision of the segment. Like, they performed it really fucking well, but
There's genuine emotion there. And I would just like
Yeah,
to
like, it
point
was-
out before the segment ends, you can hear very audibly in the crowd, Big E rocks. Big E rocks.
Like, if you think about it long
We
term,
do.
like in the off chance that E does get cleared, it sets up like a monster return
Oh,
of
yeah.
feuds.
that's
But
what I'm
I-
assuming. Like, he's got to be cleared and he's going to come back, right?
This is I would think so, but we don't know for certain. And with neck injuries, especially the kind he has, it is very.
Yeah.
You have to be very fucking careful.
Of course, yeah. I don't want him to
Yeah.
come back and, like, paralyze
Kill
himself.
himself.
But,
Yeah.
like,
I do.
What
I
is
do.
your obsession with people getting injured?
See, my thing is like I want to see New Day reunion 20 years and like Big E be in like a wheelchair and they do the exact same thing.
they push him out of the wheelchair.
Get the fuck out of my ring.
Yeah, like, so this is the first time the New Days have been healed in almost 9 years.
It hasn't been that long
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, because
Yeah, 'cause
they
I don't
turned
think they
face
really flipped
fairly
much.
early. Because they were faced fairly early on after they switched from gospel singers.
No, but
to
they were
being themselves.
face at the start, and then everyone hated it because it was a load of
Yeah,
bollocks, so they switched
Then the power
heel,
of
and they were
positivity,
healed for
then-
maybe like a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been 10 years. They've been here. They've been faces
Wait,
for
no,
like
wait,
most of
okay,
the
wait.
last
When
decade.
did Dudley's return?
Dudley's like
2016.
Yeah,
No, it was
over
2015
8
because
years.
Bully Ray was in the 2015 Royal Rumble.
I was gonna think, yeah, because they had that feud with Big Cass and Enzo, and Enzo had the greatest line of his shit career.
Soft.
Fall back like your hairline.
Whoo, boy. Yeah.
He's my real one. One's up for Enzo Amore, brother.
Don't give him that.
But
Don't
yeah.
give him that. No.
I think it's like again a fantastically performed segment. Everyone killed it, but like there's a lot. I think there's different and better ways you could have done.
I will say,
Similar
I
to
did
like
not-
the
yeah.
Punk Reigns sit down. It would have served better in a different form, but it was still
Yeah.
performed very well.
I would just like to say two things. First of all, we're now thriving on the power of negativity aside from the power of positivity.
Oh,
And
God.
two, I think a lot of people didn't see like both of them turning heel coming.
Yeah, but that doesn't
We
mean it's
did.
good though.
We did, but yeah.
No,
Look-
I didn't. I didn't see them both turning at all. But
Have
I
a
just think
bit
it's
of
not
time
good.
to digest it. Like, I'm intrigued again, and that's honestly the best thing you can do.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
I
that
mean-
that does make me question what exactly you're gonna do with the tag scene on Raw because
They're winning the belts off Finn and
Yeah.
JD. That's what's
yeah,
happening.
but like they're also
Like-
heels. Like the War
So?
Raiders are the only like face team that are like
Yeah, but they lost, they're
believable right
losers.
now. Yeah, that's what I'm
They're
saying.
More
losers.
Stick Machine Guns.
They're on the other brand.
they're in the other brand,
They're already the champions on the other brand.
and they're doing
And
fuck all with them as well.
White
Yeah,
I would genuinely prefer Wyatt Six to the belt, but like no, I think the New Day winning the belts off JD and Finn is the only way you go.
Yeah,
story.
I would
You
imagine the
really
Wyatt
think
Six.
fucking Kofi and Xavier are gonna fucking turn on heel. Turn on Big E, turn heel, fucking, and the White Six are not gonna do some fucking justice or redemption fucking
Yeah, that's
promo
what I
on
was
them.
literally
they
about
will.
to say. That was what I was about
Yeah,
to say.
they will
It's like,
next.
now you brought them up.
I gotta.
They're definitely going to go after them now.
Yeah, but speaking of the Wyatt Six, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that.
Bray Wyatt's dead.
We had no, you fucking no. It was a clean segue, you prick. Speaking of the Wyatt Six,
here.
we had
Could have
Karrion
been
Cross.
7.
Oh, for the love of Christ, we Karrion Cross next. Karrion Cross, the
Team
mob
death.
boss, comes in and he says he's done horrible things to people. So you know he's proud of that. So he has a bit of a tolerance when it comes to people getting on his bad side. But what Bo did last week, sending Nikki in to beat down his wife, that was too far. He didn't enjoy it. Cross wants the whole faction next week. He wants to beat him down, and it gets announced later in the show that there will be that match next week. And Cross says, "Just remember, you started this fire. and I'll make sure you burn. Big props to Carrying Cross, the calculator man that he is. Fair play to him.
Hey! That's mine! That's mine too! Give it back!
Carrying the calculator cross.
You!
Fair play to him.
You fat dickhead! You fat dickhead!
Oh no!
Come on, then. What are you trying to say? Come on. Sorry, mate. The floor is yours. Yeah.
I literally said last night the calculator font hasn't been cool since Y2J. And he's like, oh no, boy, we like the calculator font. Fuck you!
That's what happens when you lead these podcasts. You get to
It's
rob
good to know fucking that if I didn't show up for this, your script just has all the fucking jokes that I've told last night stolen.
Yeah, I'm leading the ship. I've got to lead it right,
humble.
you know?
Keep him accountable. Come here. Like, come on to the fucking shows.
I've got a full-time job.
So does he. Yeah.
He's got a restaurant that fucking he works exclusively evenings. You have
College course.
nothing.
I have a
I
college
don't see
course
people making the
coming
effort
up,
for
bitch.
me.
I make the effort
We
for you all the
do.
time, Ron.
We keep
look at
asking
how well
you.
I'm dressed for you. This is all for you. Button up shirt, you know? I'm just trying to look
I'm
well
wearing
for my friend.
trousers.
I look well.
Yeah, you're actually wearing, like, you know, jocks, fair play stuff.
Can you see my jocks?
No, please
No,
don't.
but if you want to stand up for us, we'd love to.
No,
but-
no. Oh my.
New Day Rocks. But anyways,
That was half their fucking promo, anyways.
yeah, true. After Carrying Cross's segment, we do have the long-awaited Dom Mysterio versus Gunther match, which, ladies and gentlemen, what a match this was. More blood than all of the War Games pay-per-view. Holy shit. Fantastic.
It was exactly
boy,
what it
Luke.
needed to be, which is Dom getting fucking slapped.
No, but you gotta respect Dom coaches in going.
I
was
did the exact
flexing
same
around.
thing.
It's
Like,
fantastic.
Honestly, like the second he got in the ring, he should have just been like,
Just the duck face, like he put something. He's like in 2012 taking a selfie. Like he's fucking,
look,
imagine
look,
he
look.
twisted a fucking hair
Look,
cap.
if Jay can bring fucking Yeet back, Dom can absolutely bring the duck face back. Bring back Blue Steel.
yeah, fair play to him. But yeah, this match essentially was what you expect. Dom getting a few little cheeky bits in, but Gunther dominating. Gunther
then
pats
him
Dom on the
getting-
head at first. Dom gets a bit of offense in, using his speed against big baby Gunt boy. Because me and Maroney both agree he looks like a little baby.
Yeah,
He just
It
looks
was,
like
more
a baby.
it was more convincing back when he was Walter and he had all the masks.
No, because like when he
And
was
he looked like a
Walter,
big
he had
fat
all the masks.
baby.
He looked like menacing. Like you don't want to fuck with a fat person that can do the things Gunther can do, right?
Or a fat baby. That'll squish you.
But I've had this effect on our boy Luke the past couple of shows, and that's what we've dubbed Gunther now.
Luke.
Where
That does
do
look
you,
like
do you remember when like Braun Strowman fucking debuted and he had the baby face effect? Like fucking, he looked like a grown man, and then you looked him in the eyes, and you're like, he looks like a child.
He looks like a
fucking-
little bab.
I've had that with Gunther recently, where like I look at like his exterior, I think, you know what, he could cripple people if he wanted to, and then I look him in the eyes, and they go, oh, what a little baba. Fucking-
So,
and
yeah.
honestly, it is so entertaining for watching his matches
It's
because I
really
know
fun.
like he's a slow, maniacal performer and he likes to decimate his opponents little by little until they're fucking run out completely. But at the same time, when you look at him as a big child, it's so goofy.
When you just think he's a big fat baby who got his way into the ring somehow, it's gas.
Yeah, and
but
Dom gets caught out of midair, chopped, and then just dropped with a power bomb. Like,
hey,
you know-
whoa! You're skipping out on Dom, all right? Oh, Dom had some
Oh,
lovely
forgive
stuff.
me.
Yeah,
Dom
he had a
Dom.
good bit of offense.
Dom chops Gunther till he's bleeding. All right, you're talking about Gunther chopping. Dom wasn't bleeding at the end of this match. Big baby Gunther was. All right, that big baby, he was bleeding something fierce. Dom also hits a low blow. on Gunther. Then a couple of 619s and a frog splash for a good near fall. Do my ears deceive me, or is Dom getting fucking cheered, boys? He was cheered in this match. People were chanting for Dirty Dom, and I love it. It's so good.
I am gonna watch that back. I'm gonna look at the crowd because I want to know if this is something they are just something that's happening.
Why would they pipe in babyface stuff for Dom though? I don't think
break
that's
up
like
the Judgment Day very soon. They clearly want him to be Eddie Guerrero. Yeah.
Well, he's doing a fucking good job at it.
Dom does fucking great. Like, if you think about the Judgment Day and you're like, okay, name the first two people. Your first two people are Finn and fucking Dom. And fucking, honestly, those are interchangeable. Fucking Finn's been around a decade longer than fucking Dom has. Yeah. And you can honestly put them par on par, you know?
Dom, I think, has had a better career than Finn on the main roster. I'm not even joking. I'm not even lying. He's had a better career than him.
Like, fucking Dom's been face, and, like, he had a decent, I guess, babyface run with his dad's support, and then he had a heel run fucking that, like, you could say either independently or with the Judgment Day fucking was phenomenal, right? Finn, I couldn't tell you if Finn has turned once on the fucking main roster. I could not tell you. I've not been interested enough.
Yeah. Speaking of like Finn
the
Balor,
only turn I know is fucking he was face for a majority of his script. Now he's in Judgment Day. Something happened. I don't know where.
I mean, also famously the founder of Bullet Club.
Yeah, but that was years. Like in terms of but not that it's like to take away from like that's a fantastic huge thing. But in terms of what have you done for me lately, and by lately I'm including the last 10 years he's been in the company. They haven't given him much at all. And speaking of Finn Balor, he does come in after Dom's crushed with a powerbomb and pinned and beats up Gunther. Tells Dom to watch and learn, kid, as he drops a few coup de grace on him.
He did one on his, like when Gunther was lying on his side, which I have taken that move. I've also done that move.
You poor bastard. Why would you do that to someone?
Yeah, because like you can't fake that. That is putting your entire fucking body weight onto a person, and like he's a short man, but he's not a small man by any means. And going, but like right on his fucking side.
All of this just meant fuck all to me because Finn Balor has not been given anything,
and he's not winning that match. Yeah.
Oh, Finn Balor hit coup de grace on Gunther. Great. Do you know where Finn Balor is? He's like this much above Carlito in terms of standings because he's got a belt. The only thing that separates him from Carlito
and
is
they don't defend the fucking belts.
Honestly, that's one thing they need to like take from AEW. I know they used to have it, but fucking they need to take it from AEW. The fucking little power rankings they have, fucking. Because honestly, imagine you can find out fucking where someone is in the power rankings. You can see 1 week fucking Karrion Kross. He's gained fucking 6 positions. You're like, what the fuck did he do?
He's been entertained the last couple of weeks. To be fair, I could see Karrion Kross getting them spots. But yeah, Finn Balor setting up his little promo later on, which we will get to. But next we had the greatest match on the card. We had Pete Dunne versus R-Truth, which consisted of Pete Dunne, first of all, being backstage and being upset about Butch. He said, "It's not Butch, it's Pete Dunne." Then we cut away, and Jey Uso has been taken out backstage. Then we go to the ring, and Pete Dunne gets annoyed at the crowd and then gets rolled up for 3 by R-Truth. That's it. I don't care about Pete Dunne. Get him off my screen.
What have they done to my boy?
There's no point. No point. He got pinned. He got pinned by a guy with his hands tied behind his back, and now he's got pinned by R-Truth. Both of them equally as bad.
It is odd. Like I remember like when Triple H.
Oh, we've lost Sean.
There was so much buzz about like, oh, maybe this superstar will end up in the Federation because fucking, Triple H will have a different way of booking. And then it's like, okay, Triple H is also the same bloke that has booked Pete Dunne the way he did in NXT and on the main roster. He's also the same bloke who booked DIY the way he did in NXT and on the main. It's a bit funny to me, if I'm honest with you.
Oh, it's funny to me too, but I just feel bad for like Pete Dunne as a person. Like imagine me like oh, so you're gonna have this big brawl with Sheamus and this big bust up. It's like, oh, am I gonna win? No, you're gonna tie his hands behind his back and then he's gonna pin you. But then R-Truth's gonna make fun of you for the name you used to have. and you're gonna get really angry, and they're gonna match. It's like, oh, am I gonna pin him? No, he's actually gonna roll you up for 3 and make you look like a
Has
fucking
he
idiot.
pissed someone off backstage?
He must have pissed in someone's cornflakes. Like, he's got to have done something, surely.
I don't know. I
Like-
say fucking just call him Kate Quick and fucking they can be buddies and fucking form a tag team about it.
Oh, they are gonna be an oddball tag team, aren't they?
Imagine this Royal Rumble
The new
comes by.
William Regal
Fucking
and
R-Truth has
Tajiri.
2 fucking positions in the Rumble. One is Kate Quick, one is R-Truth. Fucking maybe a third one is Little Jimmy just for shits and gigs. And you have Butch and you have Pete Dunne.
Oh god, the split personality nobody needs. But yeah, that was
Fucking
again
just-
whatever.
Pete Dunne, who not even like 6 years ago was the top wrestler in Europe, including over here.
Yeah.
Just had cut one of the greatest promos I've ever seen, where he's talking about like he had the Progress style. He's talking about like, I don't give a shit about this. This is just a ticket for me to go to America or to Japan, and I will treat it like this. Yeah.
I gotta give it to Pete Dunne too as well. One of the few Brit Rest guys to not be caught in the speaking out movement. Fair play to you, mate. You kept your Mickey clean. Good job.
Just-
He's a British wrestler. Fucking no fucking British gash is fucking clean. What you on about?
But anyway,
Well, that's a soundbite.
moving on.
That shit is fucking filled with chlamydia. Fucking at the very least.
Great. There's not really a
Congratulations, you're
segue.
not a sexual
All
assault.
right, we get it.
You've
We get
ruined
it.
any possibility of a segue there. So we had Rob Baker backstage today.
The dogs
Rob
were out
Baker's
barking.
And his
They were.
Mickey's definitely not clean.
No, not a chance. Braun Breaker was backstage.
Nothing
and he
about
was
him
asked
is
about-
nothing about his that sort of area is clearly pisses.
Go on,
me
Kerwin. Tell us who he's shagging now.
No. I'm just meaning like that
Who is
guy.
Go on.
shagging?
Who's he
Who
shagging? Who's he shagging?
Who's he
Who's
shagging?
shagging? Go on,
No,
Kerwin. Who's
I'm
he
just
shagging?
saying
Who's he
that he
shagging?
probably pisses hotter than his piss is hotter than the fucking nuclear material in Chernobyl.
Okay. Again,
Who
that's
does he
all.
like the golden shower? Golden shower, golden
Golden
shower.
shower.
Who
Yeah,
does he
like-
like the golden shower?
He doesn't golden shower people. Shawn Michaels golden showers people.
Okay. From
Alright.
golden showers to golden belts, we have Braun Breaker backstage with the IC title. But he's asked about how he feels about his match at War Games. He said, "Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a tough test, but I was still able to come out on top, you know." Kaiser comes up and he says Braun's happy with himself, but a couple of seconds later, and Kaiser would have that belt around his waist. Well, what does that say? Sorry. Oh yeah, what's the crack with boys looking like scumbags on Raw? Because Kaiser came in with like the biggest parka drug dealer, like I've got baggies of coke in my side pocket jacket I've ever seen in my life. Like what's the fucking crack? Like what's going on?
I thought you were gonna fucking bring up the Stone Island fucking.
He looks like he's
What
No,
was
we
it?
did that.
He looks
We
like
did
he'll
that.
offer you a speedball outside of fucking like Temple Bar or something.
And we're not talking Mike Bailey. Like it's
Look,
ridiculous.
like one of the most intriguing things I have about wanting to be a wrestler is like just being backstage one of the days and one of the boys fucking trying to slip me MDMA, fucking because I feel like it'll happen, you know. Like they seem like they need to do a lot to fucking get shit off their chest.
No comment.
I mean, yeah. But anyways, Kaiser says he's now free to win the belt. That he's taking- Shut up. Kaiser says he's now free to win the belt, that he's taking care of Sheamus. He's cracked his ribs like Sheamus for us. They're even, rib for rib. Breaker then says Kaiser gave him a hell of a match, and he'll talk to Pierce about him having a title match. So we can see that stupid look on his face when he realizes that he'll never hold Breaker's title. Breaker says Kaiser has proved to everyone that he's coming out of Gunther's shadow, but he suggests he speeds that up because Gunther's stock is dropping real quick. So another hint that Breaker versus Gunther at some point for the world title, which would be lovely. I hope Luke.
As well as
can
that,
hold
I
his own.
believe Breaker would beat Luke for the world title.
I think so as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
But
I think that'd
But he
be.
needs
I
to
have a
lose
question.
that belt first, doesn't he?
I have a question though. So if say Kaiser does fucking go 1-on-1 with Braun, and let's say Kaiser does win the Intercontinental Championship, I just remember his promo from when they went to Germany, and fucking he was very passionate about bringing back the European title. If Kaiser wins the Intercontinental title and brings back the European title, does that mean the Women's Intercontinental Championship just becomes the Women's European Championship?
Oh no, I think he can still be the Intercontinental title, unless like Kaiser also wins that
He
one.
pulls an RVD and just has the actual belt along with the belt they've just brought back for him.
It is a strange position they've put themselves in, though, fucking having like the titles essentially be like identical but just with white straps. Because if you have like one that gets like a new design, then like you're expected within either the same week, if not the fucking next, to do the exact same with the next title.
Yeah, and also you don't have much room for custom. And I love a custom belt. I love a little bit of a champion's flair on their title, like the if Kaiser changed it to the European belt. That'd be cool.
Don't worry, we're going to have Shinsuke come out on SmackDown this week. His United States Championship is just going to be a white flag with a red hole and fucking... Maybe it'll be a white strap with a red fucking dot on it.
That's good. That's strong booking, nice.
Knock America's back, baby. Woo!
Any championship except it's red.
Woo.
God, I hate you all. All right, let's go.
We also agreed last night during the New Day segment. Why did they bring out the ugliest version of the belts that they won?
I thought we were rid of those
belts that they won.
So
the longest.
Well, just because it was the original doesn't mean it's the best.
Exactly.
Like the other
it's like saying
of those
fucking,
belts
when Charlotte finally just like a retirement, fucking, you bring out the Divas Championship instead of any of the others.
The Divas Championship,
leave that belt alone.
The original NXT Women's Championship with the design that had to get changed.
Oh, the come on it.
Yeah.
Cutting that out.
Yeah.
Also because of Xavier Woods. Segue.
Yeah, what a bastard.
But yeah,
we go back to Adam Pearce backstage. Sami Zayn comes up to Pearce, yelled at him about who attacked Jay, who attacked him, and Pearce goes, "Who do you think?" And Zayn's like, "I think I know who it was. I'm gonna go beat the brakes off him." I don't think Pearce meant CM Punk in that, but I don't think Pearce knew. But we'll find out later who possibly beat down Jey Uso. Zayn then heads off.
CM Punk.
What?
You say I don't think Adam Pearce meant CM Punk.
Ah, fuck, I meant Rollins. That same thing. But anyways, Finn then comes up and asks when his world title match is. He doesn't care about the War Raiders, the world title, tag team titles. He just wants to know when Gunther's going to stop ducking him.
Finn we know he doesn't give a shit about his tag belts. Yeah.
Yeah. Finn gets his title match against Gunther on Saturday night's main event. But next week, they'll talk about his other title match. And Finn's kind of left being like, So,
New Day Rock.
Hopefully. But now we have your main event. We have Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn for about 5 or 6 minutes. So
wait, before we get into this.
Yes, sir.
2 moments.
Okay. Pop in some elevator music in here. Really calming. For the guy who doesn't show up for the podcast to show up during a podcast. Good stuff.
Well, hey, look, he's around.
I mean, not at the minute. He's been here for an hour. That's good. Good stuff.
Oh,
Strong showing from I can't believe we're pausing this. I'm moving on. I'm not waiting for him. Anyways, Rollins versus Zayn. A nice back and forth from these two. Obviously, they know each other. They've been going up and down the roads for 20 years together. Zayn obviously showing a bit more anger, slightly tougher tendencies due to the issue with Jay and the fact that he thinks Rollins did that. He's back. Hello.
Dare you?
You fucking show up for the first time in months and you think I'm gonna wait for your ass to fucking go and do something during the recording?
Listen here, you fat bastard. You stole all my fucking jokes from last night. I expect the fucking least from you. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
All right,
What are you gonna do
guys,
about
we've
it?
been recording for over an hour. Let's just get this done.
No,
This is
I
why
want
we
to
need
finish.
to
I
do
want to finish
live
this now.
reactions.
Hold
No,
on.
this is why we do live reactions. So Jeff can't steal my shit in the fucking morning when he decides, you know what, I'm going to rewatch the show. What did Maroney say last night?
No, I wrote them down as you were saying them. I stole them in live action. You think I'm not? I'm on this show. Of course I'm gonna steal jokes if they're good. It's not my fault. You're funny. All right? You dick.
No, it's his
Bastard.
fault.
We're doing live reactions next week. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you do that logistically, mate. So
Wait.
I'll be awake. Like, yeah.
Okay, no. You know what? Fuck you. I'm off Saturday. We're doing live stream reactions for SmackDown.
all right.
All right, I'm for that.
All right, let's go.
Yes.
Anyway, back to
That's
the
a
main
yes.
event.
It's on record. Kuro, you have to get this video out before fucking Friday.
I will.
Zayn here showed a bit more anger, slightly tougher tendencies due to the issue with Jay, and that he thinks Rollins beat him up. Zayn then hits a Blue Thunder bomb for a near fall. Rollins is saying that his fight is with Punk and not him, and he gets that Sammy is annoyed. Then Sammy slaps him on the apron, and Rollins is like, well, fuck you then. And Rollins then slams Sammy into the steps and into the post, then dumps him into the timekeeper's area. Zayn brings in a chair, and Rollins begs off and says to Sammy, if you ask CM Punk, maybe it was Punk, maybe it wasn't Punk, but it sure as hell wasn't me. And he tells Sammy to use his head for. Sammy then goes to throw the chair out, and Rollins rolls him up for a 3 and says, I love you, Sammy, I love your heart, but you need to start using your head. And Sammy's like, maybe I'll start thinking about using my. He won't be able to use it for a couple of weeks because Drew just comes in and claymores it. McIntyre takes off his hood and smiles, looking down at Zayn. We go off air, and that was Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen.
Jeff,
Boys, what do we think about the main event?
I like it. It's
I
a good
missed
twist.
the fucking crucial parts of it. I was
It's your
very
own
upset.
fault.
It wasn't my own fault. My fucking stream killed itself.
Your
Fucking what-
totally legal stream that you watched on TV with a subscription to that network. Yeah.
Yeah, we're picture in picture, so I might as well have contributed, okay, you stupid cunt.
Yeah, it's good. But look, Sean, since you were so offended about Jeff stealing your joke earlier, and he had the perfect opportunity, and he didn't fucking say it. I love you, Sammy.
I love you, Sammy.
Yeah. Drew's back. Drew's back. Everyone
back,
hates
baby.
Punk, including the fans. Let's go.
I love Punk. You need Punk.
I can't be a Punk hater anymore. He will be over with the Drew. Ever
Yeah,
since the end of the
Karen,
Drew feud.
you're just a contrarian
Back on
because
it.
he doesn't fucking perform in your promotion anymore.
I don't give a
You
fuck. I just think
You big bag of bitter balls, yeah.
I just think he's a sour man. And
Yeah, but like as a
don't
as
you
a
dare
performer
be
on my
sour.
telly.
Feel the power. Yeah.
No, that's fucking dead now.
Yeah,
mean,
you
to
gotta
be
keep
fair,
it.
like,
You gotta
are they
keep
gonna
that
come out to like a
spirit.
new theme in Tron next week now?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Oh
Death
God,
Rebels.
I don't want that. The New Day.
Be
They're going back to the
sour.
choir fucking shit, aren't they? It's gonna
No,
be purple wings and fucking fog again, isn't it?
They're gonna
Come on,
fucking.
You're gonna have
Judgment
Beth
Day.
Phoenix say into the fucking mic, you think you know me?
They're gonna come out dressed as like fucking like Frieza and just like they're gonna be dressed as like Dragon Ball villains again.
Ugh.
No.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
let the
that
nerds
was
beat
Monday
you up. They don't
Night
do it
Raw.
well.
So, where do we think this is going? Where do we think Drew's going?
It's every man for themselves.
If Drew wants to cave David's head in, he can. Oh, hi, David. How's it going, man? It's lovely seeing you.
Yeah, you know. It was
Are
a
you
good
wearing pants?
episode of Raw. Yes, I am.
Prove it.
Do it.
Oh.
That's as much of leg as you're getting.
Kerwin, did you shag Drew McIntyre's wife?
No comment. And on that note, it is time to end. Jeff, would you like to tell the beautiful people, where they could find us?
I would love to. The beautiful people, you can find us on all your socials, wherever you go to get that mind-numbing dopamine, on your Threads, your Instagram, your Twitters, your YouTubes, your TikToks, all you kids out there. It's at Wrestless Pod on all of them. It's the same thing. Everyone, you're getting news, you're getting reviews, you're getting previews, you're getting all the social content. On YouTube, you're getting the long-form content, such as these beautiful podcasts with our kind of resident, I'm going to come in whenever the fuck I want, host Maroney. He showed up, and we've locked him down for at least a couple more dates before the year is out. In terms of the long form content on YouTube, we are working on stuff slowly but surely back in behind the scenes. I'm going to be doing my kind of retrospective on Bray Wyatt, his career, jumping into the scene, tagging with his brother, going through NXT, the Nexus, then into Cult Leader Bray, into Fiend, into his like impact on the business and changing of how people do things, and his impact on myself as a viewer. And David has a couple of things he wants to go through. So, sir, please inform the beautiful people what you're going to be doing.
Yes. First of all, I am planning to do a recurring series about the independent careers of current and recent wrestling stars called The Kings and Queens of the Indies. The first episode will be on Mr. Nigel McGuinness, who is the impetus for the series creation. And the second episode will be on the Billy Goat, the autistic assassin, Mr. William Ospreay. And Sean, I know you're going to love this next one. I also plan to do a standalone review on the weird sort of metafiction that is the scapegoat Jack Perry. Oh. You have something to say there, buddy?
No.
Sean is reacting like Hangman at the end of All Out this year. Just like pure anger and hatred.
Yeah, no, Sean's Anakin after the shield face like, I hate you! Burning up in the fucking lava.
And Sean, if he's around, one of the things I originally wanted to do was expose this cunt to new wrestling against his will. So, if he's going to be around, that is exactly what I plan to do. I'll keep you notified on that.
Make sure to watch our live stream on Friday for our live SmackDown live reactions. So you can see how funny I am in comparison to these two cunts without a script. It's one of my few dates live before the end of the year. And there will be no censorship, which will be very scary for Kerwin. It's got him on edge.
We're not monetized. I'm
It's acting like he's John Cena. It's one of my last dates of the year. Do exactly these dates.
After this, you can't see me. Yeah, but yeah, like we plan to do other live streams. I might try and stream NXT Deadline if either of you are around.
No, I just the last thing I want to do before a shift is stay up till 3 a.m. watching bloody sexy NXT. It's the last thing I want to do.
Stupid sexy NXT.
If I watch NXT live, I'm gonna be having my dick in my hand whilst I do it.
I know
just like Shawn Michaels.
Like, have you seen the advice?
Speaking of booking in his past, yeah, like I'm gonna try. I imagine I'm also gonna try stream World's End. I know the one I have a lock for sure is Wrestle Kingdom weekend. Myself and Jeff are at least going to stream our live reactions to Wrestle Kingdom. Because
yeah, it is one of them. Whichever one's on the Saturday, I could do the Saturday one.
It'll be in the morning, yeah.
And in the new year, hopefully, we'll do WWE events.
And I'll have a TV.
Yeah, he'll have a TV. Woo! Woo!
Yeah, like we might try. We like if you want, we could try stream live reactions to the live television specials like Saturday Night's Main Event, Day One, and Fight for the Fallen, which is now coming to HBO Max.
Should we do like an in-person live stream for like the Rumble?
Yes, we should.
We 100% should. Yeah.
You're going to my down.
Yes, that was always the fucking plan. Yeah.
Yes.
That's how this group was formed to begin with. Yeah.
Current, you have to get a bus. Jeff, you've got to get like at least 3 modes of transport. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know where it's fucking going. Yeah, I know where to get the buses.
I don't. Maybe I'll get there. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Only time will
Like,
tell.
Meet up with me in Blanche. I'll bring you with me. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. That's good.
Jeff
Yeah.
doesn't know how to get to Blanchardstown. What are you on about?
Go to
I
Dublin, get to Blanche, come here.
You could just go to Busaris and fucking get the 101.
I was gonna say the 105, but yeah.
Okay. Anyways, we'll figure it out. We'll
All
get
right,
there. We'll get
so,
twatted. We'll watch
Sean,
the Rumble.
since you
It'll be
keep
good.
complaining about this, we're gonna give our final thoughts. Do you have any closing thoughts, my friend?
I do. A couple,
No.
to say the least.
No.
Don't look so disapproving. Like I can have my opinions on a show if I want to. My opinions. Like I'll go through the serious ones first, and then I'll go through like the sort of large after. One, I genuinely think an Intercontinental Championship feud with Kaiser would be really beneficial to a lot more people than we give credit for, because Kaiser, as much as fucking we like to shit on him, because you know his girlfriend is banging and it ruined a very good faction, you know, he's one of those names that are strong and everyone recognizes him. Fucking, he's not a bad character in any way, shape, or form. He's a great performer, and fucking putting the mid card championship on him, I genuinely think would do a lot more good than fucking negative. It would kind of defeat Triple H's reign of predictability of, oh, he's not going to put the fucking title on him, and then he fucking does. With that, I'm really interested in seeing where the New Day goes with their new direction. I think this is the first time like Kofi's properly being like a bitter heel as opposed to like a, you know,
Little bitchy heel.
yeah, a shit take heel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which would be very interesting to see how he portrays that character. Like fucking, I think, you know, you had us convinced with Xavier for the longest while. Fucking Kofi, fucking, you know, actually going, you know what, fuck it, I'm a bitter little cunt as well. But I can't wait to see how either entertaining it is or just see where the fuck it goes. Like, I fully predict it's going to be the match that Finn and JD have next week for the fucking tag champs. With that, I love Big Baby Luke.
Yeah.
Always. Can't wait to see him fall over a trip of it in the ring. He's lost all his aura for me, but he's a little fat baby for me, and I'll always love him. The whole Punk, Rollins, Sammy, and Jay feud with the surprise Jade Cargill encounter, you know, I think it's fine for a first week on a feud. Honestly, I don't hope it lasts too long because it seems too complicated and it'll fall into its sort of pockets of, well, these two are going to be fighting matches fucking for like 5 weeks straight, and then the other two are going to be doing that, and then they'll swap and reverse. Fucking, I think we need Big Jim, Slim Jim back. It already feels stale without him, and you know, maybe he can cut a little "I did it for The Rock" promo.
All right.
Well,
lovely. Yep. Do you have any closing words?
to me,
Yes.
drink responsibly. Don't get arrested. Make sure if you're going to stick your dick in a woman, you wear a condom.
Wise words from our resident professional.
Don't do what this man does.
John Maroney.
Yeah. Jeff, do you have a closing thought? Jeff?
Oh, that was the worst possible time. Oh, he's back. Closing thoughts. I agree mostly with my good friend, Mr. Maroney down there. In terms of most of his outlook, that's my outlook as well on the shows in weeks to come.
You can see, folks, Jeff doesn't have an original thought.
No, I have one brain cell. if you're restless for more wrestling content like ourselves, there's enough of it on the go for us. Take care, Toga Buggy, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.
Just remember to love the wrestling you love, because wrestling should be fun. Goodbye.
Launch it.
Including the wrestling and porn.
Please, if that is the last one. Please, if that is the last word. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I absolutely am.
Please.